Hello everyone. Welcome. I'm just going to realize my camera is not focused that well. Is it the camera or is it the strips? There we go. Okay, maybe I'll move the strips. So here I am, frantically looking for my glue sticks. I do not know what happened. I wanted to show you something really cool with the glue gun. I even plugged it in, and my glue sticks literally have disappeared. I cannot believe that this happened right now because obviously I can't go and buy any more glue sticks. So I don't know, maybe they were thrown out by mistake, and I'm freaking out because I really wanted to show you something cool, and I am going to have to improvise and do something else completely. I'm going to be winging this journal page. It was just decided last minute. Yesterday, Susan and I were just brainstorming. Susan and Nuneka are my moderators today. So I was talking to Susan yesterday and I said, oh, I should do a live. I have a lot of these really cool strips that I just cut off and I'll show you where they came from. And then at 3:30 in the morning, I was still awake. So I was talking to Nunu about how I have to do more lives because I'm bored. So this all came up that way. And then I was going to show you something, and obviously I can't find my glue sticks. So I have one glue stick that is sitting here in my glue gun, but that's about it. So I don't know if I'll be able to actually show you what's going on. I'm not really sure. Saying hi to Elaine all the way from Australia, who woke up. It's like 2:30 in the morning there. So thank you so much. Hi, Shmini Mini. I don't know your name, but thank you for coming. Carrie, Mary Kay. I see a lot of people here. Brianna, I'm not sure. So welcome everyone. I hope you guys are happy to be here. I just thought to do it. For those of you in Australia, I'm gonna try to actually time it better. Elaine, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try to do 4 o'clock next time. Just want to announce that tomorrow is Saturday, and tomorrow is a World of Heart event. It is a whole day of live streaming event. I am going to be on at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that would be in 3 hours from now. So, Elaine, that would be good for you. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning, which is perfect for Australia. It's actually perfect for all time zones. But it is starting at 8 a.m. Pacific Time with Tiffany Solorio's channel. So go and start it out, and you can just kind of go from one to the other. There is live streaming all day long, and it's a really fun event, and you can win lots of prizes. You will have some prizes to win on my channel. I'm not telling you what it is, but just so you know, there's prizes to win. We had the event last week, and I created these tags. I don't know if you saw this on my YouTube channel, but that was the last week live stream event. And I gave away these cards. This time it's actually a gift certificate that I'm giving away tomorrow. And maybe we'll see what else I have up my sleeves. So let's get started. I see a lot of people are nice. I hear, hi, Karen. So if I miss anybody saying hello, or if you're watching this afterwards, you can fast forward this part. I mean, I know that the hellos and the chatting is boring, but this is live. So I don't know if you've been watching my channel in this past week, and I have Susan and Nunu can put links for that. And this whole week has been a really interesting week because I try to kind of focus on how to create frugal crafting, frugal art for people that cannot afford to buy the expensive products. So the first day was creating, and this was last Saturday, is creating this junk journal. I don't know if you watched it, but there's all these junk journal stuff that how to create this junk journal. Then I had one on how to create gesso, which I will use that today. And then this is just a pod. And then how to create texture paste, how to create my own stencils. And this is I use a glue gun to do this. So that's basically something that is really fun to do. And you can watch all those videos. And finally, what I did is I created this art journal here in one of the pages. It says art helps you discover your wings. So this I printed from the computer. I actually forgot that I didn't print something today to write, but that's okay. I can always add it later. So today what I'm going to do, I want to work in a different page of this junk journal. And I didn't realize how thick the junk journal was going to be. So I kind of like wish I could have like worked on it flat and then add the stuff, but you know what? I do with what I have. Now let me talk a little bit about these strips. We all have strips, whether it's from card making, you know, you're cutting the edges of card strips. If you do scrapbooking, you have lots of paper strips. I'm sure that you cut around matting and around papers. And then you have journaling, and I'll tell you what I did. So I watched last week. Let me just grab this. You're just seeing my hands. Last week, I watched a video by Dina Wakely, and she was showing how to um, bind a book really easily. And it's really, really cool. And I'm going to show you a little bit. I was going to do a different video just to show you that I can do it, because if I can do it, anybody can do it. So what happened is that I took a lot of my experiment pages. Hold on, they're stuck a bit. So anything that is like little, I sometimes I do videos for my channel. Sorry, this got stuck. Don't worry about that. Sometimes I do videos for my channel, and I create pages just to show you like designs and stuff like that. Oh, Nunik, I didn't know there was another live stream at the same time. I feel so bad. I would have just moved this one. I didn't realize that. So Susan, okay, you can do it. Okay, so what I did is I took all the little pieces of artwork, and everything got stuck. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to like work with this here. And what I did is I actually took, because they were one-sided, some of them were one-sided. So what I did is I glued two together to each other to make them thick. What's her name? What Dina Wakely showed was that she used the artboard, which is a really thick board, to actually kind of sorry, I lost train of thought because I was reading the chat. So what Dina did is that she should use artboard, which is a really thick kind of canvas, to bind things. I mean, to make this book. But I'm using just regular paper. This is like either cardboard or this is like paper, and I double-sided it and glued everything together. And what I did is that I wanted to, and let me show you. A sec. Okay, so I have it done like this. So I put them all in, and I'm making a little book with it. This is an old like thing when I tried Distress Oxide inks, and I have like some prints, monoprints, and you know what? I have pages and pages of these that I don't know what to do with. So this is a great way to do it. So I'll show you what she did. And then I'm going to get back to the strips. So what I did is I cut the strips out of everything. So as you can see, all these strips came from this, because I was like, oh, what am I going to do with these books? So what you do is you take some masking tape, or I had some strong washi tape, not just any regular washi tape. You can take canvas tape, anything you have, basically. And you create this book that just flips through just by sticking things on. Now I'm going to, do you guys want to see how to do this quickly before I start the strips? This is not my idea. This is Dina Wakely. She did it on her live stream, so you could technically go watch it on her Facebook page, but I can show you how to do it with this book. Just say the word. So all I did, as I said, is I took the pages, I cut them into the same size books, and then all I did is I glued the two together so I would have them over both sides. So if I want to add any stamping on this, or I want to add some journaling, I want to write, I have a book to write in. So that's like basically the idea. And that way, like, I have a little book, and look how cute it looks from this way. Okay. So it's a really cute way of binding something, a really quick way of binding something, and it's really nice. So I haven't seen, I don't know if, I know there's a delay, so I haven't seen whether or not you want to see this or not. So, I mean, maybe I should just decide on myself just to show you. It's really, really quickly, but you can see the full version. And now you can do this with white paper, with white cardstock as well. So let's say you take a bunch of white cardstock or white watercolor paper, you cut it into like squares, and then you have a perfect flat journal. So you have a mini journal that you can just put flat, and it just falls flat on the on the surface and you can work with it. Or you can work with the pages ahead of time and then do this later. So for example, this is how it works. So you put, I took this tape again, and I'm just kind of ripping it. I'm going to put 2 strips on either side and flip. So you leave this open. Now you have a choice for this one, which is the next page. You can, it's going to be put in the middle. Now you can move these around any way you want. So for this one, you can put either 1. She showed it only with 1 strip, but I like putting 2 just because I find that it holds better. So this is not my, as I said, this is not my thing, and I'm going to show you what to do with the strips. So I have 2 that I put on the first page opened up, and then 2 that I put on the second page facing the other way. When I flip this, the ones that I'm going to close are the first ones I put, which are the outside ones. So now they're holding the first page over. Now, because I put the outside ones, I'm going to add the outside ones to the new page. So I have 1 and 2. I put the 2 outside ones. I flip, but this time I'm going to close the inside ones. Sorry, I meant to say, if that makes sense. Now, because I closed the inside ones, I am going to put the inside ones first here. And you can use any, as I said, any tape for this. I really love this idea because it's such a easy, frugal way of doing anything, because anybody has washi tape, anybody has masking tape or any type of tape, drywall tape, whatever you can find cheaply anywhere. Now I flip the page and I'm using the outside ones, okay? So that's something that is really easy. Again, the same thing. I put the outside one, so therefore I go like this and I continue on. Like, does that make sense to you? So I'm going to, I don't know if I should finish the whole page because none of you answered when I asked whether or not I should even show you this. You know me, I always like showing extra stuff in my things. I'm hoping that by a miracle my glue sticks will show up because, as I said, I can't find them and I really wanted to show you something cool, but I have a feeling I might have thrown them by mistake and I can't get any new ones. Even though the dollar store is open, I can't run and get that right now. So it's kind of like pointless, if that makes sense. So anyway, so you see, you get the point. So whenever you added the outside ones, you add the sticks, you add the papers on the outside ones. Now, if they start lifting up, like sometimes washi tape is not the strongest, go ahead and add some glue underneath it or on top, or use anything that sticks really, really well, right? Now, some pages you can just leave like this, and some pages you can go ahead and add some more stuff to it. You can add a focal point, you can add some journaling, you can give this as a gift to somebody. Like anything goes, right? Yeah, you could make, that's a good idea, Brianna. Brianna's saying that she could make a little card book. That's exactly it. You could easily make a little card book like this. That is so clever. Hold on, sorry, I put this one's too far apart. The nice thing about washi tape is that you can redo it if you made a mistake. So yeah, so you could like cut a bunch of really cute books, really cute papers or scrapbooking papers, and make a little card book that people can go through and everybody can sign and write through. Wouldn't that be really, really cute? That's a great, great idea. That's a really, really clever idea. I love that. So thanks for sharing that, Brianna. That's so smart. You see, like what I like about people watching and giving their ideas, and this is why I love when people leave comments, is because I'm able to share these with other people. Now, these I actually tried. So Dina also has shown how to draw faces, and it was so easy. I couldn't believe. This one I don't like so much, but this one is like my favorite. Okay, so now I have the last page. I don't need to add anything to it, obviously. I'm just going to close it. and basically put the last tape. There we go. Look how quick and easy this was, okay? So then I have the book, and I can just flip through it the same way I showed you before. So I thought this is great. Doesn't only have to be a card book. Also, I want to say, what about a scrapbooking book? This is such a cute idea to like put pictures in it. So anything goes. Like this is this, and it's, as I said, it's not my idea. Dina Wakely did this in her video, and I just wanted to show you that if she can do it, I can do it. Anybody can do it. It's really, really, really easy. Okay, so just try it out. And the first time I did this, I had to slow down her video to watch it. So go ahead and slow that down. Okay, now getting back to what I really wanted to do, which is to show you what I did with the strips. So here are the strips. Now, we get a lot of strips, a lot of like different materials, you know, when you're cutting from card, making scrapbooking. And I'm like, okay, what do we do with them? So this is an idea that I thought would be really fun to do. Basically, it's like kindergarten, and I feel like that's usually the case with things, is actually gluing them. Now, I'm going to do two things today, just because I want to show you like some kind of, and you know what? Sorry about this. I think you're not high enough. Let me just like make you a little bit. Let me make my video. Oh, there we go. Much better. Okay, so you guys can see better. So my book is a little bit bigger now. There we go. That's much better. And what this is actually like a manila envelope. I just wanted to show you. I use many different things. I use like a manual, some gift wrapping bag, some packaging. But this one is a package. It's a manila envelope on one side and a paper bag in the other. Okay, so that's just so you know what it is. Hi, Tiffany. Hi. Oh my gosh, I always forget. Elemental Designs. You're there all the time. Just tell me your name. I forget. Oh my gosh, that's so silly. It's just hard for me to remember who is who when things are there. Hi, Annette. So this is what I want to show you, how clever it is to use these strips. And I won't be able to show you the thing with the glue gun because truthfully, they have disappeared. I've looked everywhere. I wouldn't be surprised that I threw these by mistake. I'm like looking in my desk and I don't know. So I have a little bit of glue in my glue gun. Let's see if I can do some with it. But in the meantime, I am going to use the strip. So I'm going to move them aside. Now, you guys know that that in our journaling or in mixed media and everything, I mean, we all have, like, I use a lot of like products like these, like soft matte gel and things like that. But a lot of people cannot afford this, okay? Gesso and things like that. Here's the heavy white gesso. This is the Finnabar version of things, okay? So what I did is in one of the videos, I created my own gesso. And I know a lot of you saw this, okay? So yeah. Oh, sorry. Somebody's saying, Karen, that's a great idea. A tag journal book for Mother's Day. That's great. You can do the book idea that I just showed you with tags, with basically anything. You are so right. Anything goes. Like you can just bind anything with that. Okay. So sorry, going back to this. So I have the gesso, and you can watch this video on my YouTube channel. Susan posted the links. And if not, just go and look about do it yourself gesso, DIY. And I am going to show you how to use it. So it's so smooth and so nice. And I need hold on, I'm getting a paintbrush. Okay, so what I want to show you is that I use like talc powder, right? Like this is like talc. And the less water you put, the thicker it's going to be. But oh, hi, Carmen. Okay, that's your name. Okay, now I'm going to try to remember that. That's easy actually to remember for me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, like, if it's too thick, you can always add more water, but I wanted to have it thick because I really wanted to kind of take over, like, and give me a good layer. So I had this idea with the strips. I was brainstorming yesterday. I was actually brainstorming with Susan while we were on FaceTime. Susan is my friend, is a local friend that she loves crafting as well, and does a lot of beautiful stuff. And I just thought, you know what could we do? And I was brainstorming with her because I knew I was going to wing this. I'm not specifically, I am not always prepared, and I love winging and showing things, people ideas, but at the same time, I prefer when I'm prepared. Like, for example, for tomorrow's video, which is the A World of Heart, the Tiffany, you see Tiffany there. Tiffany, if you want to share, please, your link. Can you share your link for the World of Heart? So that way people know where to go for the live stream tomorrow. She's starting the live stream. That is her. She's the organizer, and also the live stream is starting in her channel at 8 a.m. Pacific time. And no, Susan just makes beautiful cards and videos. Like, she doesn't do videos. She doesn't have her YouTube channel yet, but I keep on encouraging her to do that. But she's just a really kind and amazing friend. But Nuneka and Tiffany have amazing YouTube channels. Please go follow them. Nuneka, she just made this most amazing canvas project. I cannot believe, like, it's better than like anything I've ever made personally. I mean, I love my projects, but I just saw her stuff and it was just beyond amazing. So you guys have to go see what she created. So if you have time to check out their channels, please go ahead and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to mine, I would love for you to subscribe. It's not necessary, but I would love for you to do that. Yeah, I know, Elaine, you follow. So Tiffany, yeah, please post like where, like maybe even post the event, because like truthfully, people can then go see it. Especially, I know Karen, for example, doesn't have a Facebook page, so she cannot follow there. So for those of you who can't follow there, that would be great. Okay, there we go. Oh, so yeah, so no, don't share the Facebook link, Tiffany, because some people don't have Facebook. Can you share directly to the first video? So Susan, can you please share the link to my event? I have it already in my YouTube channel. And Tiffany, can you share your event so that people can follow that way? Hello from Russia. Yes, I'm so happy to hear that everybody's staying home, and I really want to encourage. I don't want to talk about anything like sad or anything like that. This is like an escape for a second, just to kind of decompress from all the stress and everything that we're feeling. Okay, so usually with gesso, going back to what I was saying, usually with gesso, I like covering everything. But in this case, I was going to work just here, and I want to show you why and what I was going to do. What did I say I needed from here? I don't remember. I said something about needing something, but now, okay, never mind. I don't know. I was thinking of something else, and then I kind of like got distracted with something else. So now with the strips, now you could pick and choose. Sorry, I have to dry the gesso first. I'm getting distracted and trying to advertise everything. So let me. Carmen, it's 8 a.m., not 8 p.m. Just so you know. Oh, maybe you're somewhere else where it's at 8 p.m. But it's 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, okay? So that's okay, there we go. So yeah, Susan, if you can share the link to the live stream, I'll share it after. I don't know. Anyways, if you go to my channel or to Tiffany's channel, you can just like set a reminder the way you did today, and it will remind you when we go live, okay? So I'm just drying this just a little bit because I don't want to glue on dry stuff. I mean, on wet stuff. I'm not making sense, okay? Okay, but while this is drying, I want to, you know what? Let's let this dry or air dry. I don't want to waste time like drying, and I'm going to put this aside for a second. And I want to show you something. So I brought in a tag, and tags can be made basically tags can basically be made out of any type of paper. So I thought it would be a really nice thing, and I've seen this Dina Wakely do it a lot, is that she uses tags. She draws and stuff on tags and then sticks them in her journal. So I thought that was something that we could do as well, just to show you two different ways of doing things. So you can stick things in the journal, and you can also use it on a tag. So while this is drying, I want to show you a nice way to glue things. Now for this, I actually bought white glue, and I am choosing to use this over gel medium just because I know people cannot afford right now the gel medium. So if you have gel medium, go ahead and use the gel medium. But in this case, just if you don't have that, then just use white glue. So what I'm thinking to do is, so originally what I wanted to do, and maybe I'll do this after, but what I wanted to do is kind of create a scene like this. So I'm going to, and we were thinking, okay, how do we create like a tree? That's what I was thinking. Now, so I drew a tree, and I could let this dry, and actually that would work as well, but I want to use the strips. So I'm thinking, okay, let's, let me get I wanted to do like kind of like a tree or something like that. And this is what I was thinking. Well, let's glue things like a tree. You can use it to create basically anything, and I don't want it to be even. If it's too even, then it's not fun. Okay, so I could rip pieces of the papers just to kind of make them uneven. So originally what I thought is that what if we make a tree out of the canvas, I mean out of the glue gun, and I might do that as well. But this is the first idea, and I'll tell you why I want to make a tree, because I wanted that to be kind of the focal point of my journal. And I thought, hey, why not? Okay. So, oops, look what I did. I did see. So maybe I should have made this thinner, and you can use the glue to seal the pieces. Now, in reality, it doesn't really matter if you seal them, because the stuff that I used on top is paint, and it should work. It should not matter what you put on top. If it's something like napkins or things like that that are very thin, then it's best to seal them, kind of like what we used to do with decoupage. So there we go. I am going to just, let's see, I want a thicker paper. So you see what I mean? Like you can just basically create anything. And I don't mind if it's sticking out of the page, because it's going to go in that larger journal. So why not? So it's so fun to just kind of create something out of nothing. There we go. I like this idea. Now I'm liking it even more. So what I thought is that I can create these really cool designs. Well, I have some blue here, and make it really colorful. Okay, there we go. I don't think I need that much more than this. I want some blue. Okay. No, that's too thick. So if I want to, I can actually add some more glue on top. Since glue dries clear, I can add more strips on top if I want to. But I think this is pretty good. Like, I mean, you basically know that it's just a tree. You can make some grass if you want to. But what I really wanted to do is I wanted to use the, how do you call this? I wanted to use the glue gun, but as I said, there was a problem that I had. So, but I'm going to show you anyways what to do with it, with the little bit that I have left in my glue gun. There we go. So that's like a kind of like a tree, basically something that I wanted to do. Now I'm going to take my glue gun, and with the little bit that I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of create a little few branches everywhere. Let's see if I can. So what I thought is that you create like a tree with branches, and you can color it after if you want to. And so this was my original idea, to make the tree with the glue gun, which you can, but I had to improvise and basically make it out of paper, which the idea was there too, so it didn't matter. But anyways, that's my idea. I really like the tree, and let's just leave it for a second to dry, and I'm going to come back to show you another way to use Okay, so going back to this page, another way to use this is to create like texture in the background. So hi everybody who is here again. So I have lots and lots and lots of strips, right? So why not add some of them to the background to create texture? And let me show you what I mean. So again, I'm going to use my glue. If you have Mod Podge or if you have the gel, go ahead and do that, okay? Don't you don't have to use white glue. I'm just using white glue because that's what I wanted to show, that you can use basically anything. The important thing of everything is creating art. It doesn't really matter what you're creating. It's just basically feeding your soul, okay? That's the most important thing, is to feed your soul. So let's start with some strips. So I have a thick one actually, which would look good, but no, maybe not. Okay, so I'm going to basically just glue these and create that texture. And the more colorful, the better. I love colors, but if you don't want colors, you can do the same thing with just white strips, black strips, any type of strips, okay? But why not use these? This is like the best idea, is to use things that you have at home and just to create texture. Yeah, there might be a delay in your phone just because computers like have a stronger, I guess, hardware. So, and everybody's using their phones right now, so it's really hard to get connection. So computer would be the best way. Okay, let's see. So you can layer them. You can layer one on top of the other. I want to put something, hold on. I want to put something underneath here. So it's a little bit more, flat for me. Okay, hold on. So do you understand how easy this is? Yeah, Nuneka is right. All the connections are saturated. Okay, now I want to show you. Do you guys see the hair here? There's a hair that just went into my project, and I'm not going to take it out. I'll tell you why. This is a very, somebody once told me about this, and I thought this was beautiful. So when I was in Guatemala many years ago, adopting my son, I learned from the local native women how to weave. We were there for many months waiting for the adoption papers to go through. And I learned how to weave beautiful stuff. And one of the locals told me that when you're creating something, when you're weaving, sometimes hairs get stuck in between the weaves, okay? And that means that basically it's almost like your soul or your heart is basically going into the weave and it's staying there. So my hair going in here, it's almost as if my soul is pouring into this. And I just always loved that concept. I always thought that was really smart and really beautiful what she said. And I always wanted to kind of like be part of it, be part of my art, if you know what I mean. So I don't know if that makes sense. But so I didn't technically have to use and put the gesso on. I don't even know why I did it. I thought it would look cool, but I'm basically covering it, almost everything. So that is nice. Hi, Joy. Oh, so nice to see you here. So glad you're here. So yeah, that was like something that I always thought would be nice. Okay, now the problem becomes in the middle here. So I don't want to have them connected. I mean, I want them connected, but make sure that when I close it, it works. Okay, so now is the problem that the only difference, I've never used glue to do these things, but I assume that it works the same way. And some of the things I need to seal because otherwise it will not work properly. So I know, Karen, I understand. Yeah. So yes, that would make sense that the whole heart would go into it. Yeah, because I also lose a lot of hair, so that's one of the reasons why I have like hair everywhere. So that makes sense. Yeah, your whole heart of hair, your whole head of hair will go into it. Okay, so let me just add a few more pieces and then dry it up in the meantime. Okay, and I don't want to cover it all. Like I think like it looks nice when it's like partially white, although you know me, I don't love white space, but still looks really nice. I like that. I like this idea, not having to cover everything, because what I'm thinking is that this tag will still go here, but I'm still going to add some paint and show you some other cool things to do. So I hope oh my God, it's almost been an hour. So we might be longer than an hour. I apologize today. I was showing you, as always, I'm always showing people too many things, and then I end up stuck. So if you have to go somewhere, go ahead. If you don't, then stay around and hang out with me while I create. The thing with why I might take longer today is because usually I have everything prepared. So for example, tomorrow's live stream is not going to take, it's going to take an hour because I already know what I'm doing. But here I'm kind of winging it. So it makes a difference when you don't have anything in plan. I knew I wanted to do a tree, and I knew I wanted to kind of have it like this. I'm thinking, wow, you guys know what I'm thinking? You don't know what I'm thinking, but I'm going to show you what I'm thinking. I am going to cut this. So this is something that spontaneously just came to me, okay? So this is the part of my art process. People ask me, well, how do you think of that idea? Well, you know what? Something comes to me and I'm thinking, oh, I can cut this. So I'm going to cut basically around this. And this is something that just literally came to me. And I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to cut around. So I'm going to cut around these branches that I make. Doesn't have to be exact, just cut around it. And that will look so cool. So yes, I wanted to put a tag originally in here, but now I'm thinking, no, I'm going to be putting a tree in here. And that's the idea that I have. Okay, hold on. Karen, sometimes if you refresh the app, it works. Sorry, just I know there's a phone delay and things. Okay, so let me just, oops. And I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So how cool. You know what I mean? That's going to be like a tree. So what do you guys think? Good idea? Yeah, crafting with Karen. That's good. I'm thinking to go live more often. I kind of thought, you know what? I feel like everybody who's stuck at home who's feeling stressed, I'm feeling stressed as well. Trust me, believe me. I'm trying not to bring that up. And I couldn't sleep last night. And I want to bring a little bit of happiness to people. I see a lot of my friends doing that. So my friend Nunu went live yesterday, Nuneka. So she's going on. I think she's going to go live on Monday again. So we can go watch her channel as well. To remember to watch everybody's channels. I know Dina Wakely goes on every day at 10 p.m. Pacific time, which is like basically in 20 minutes. So anyways, just thought to like just show you this idea of the tree. It doesn't have to be an exact tree. We're just having fun. We're art journaling. It doesn't have to be exact, okay? It just has to be a kind of like an idea, if that makes sense, like the idea of the tree. It's not specifically a tree, but the idea of the tree, if that makes sense at all, okay? And sorry, I'm off screen for a second. It's hard for me to cut on screen. And the glue is still wet, so it's getting all over my fingers. The last branch I have here. So I'm trying to kind of do it because if I start drying everything again, it's going to take forever. And I already feel like, not I'm behind. I'm not really behind in anything because we don't have anywhere to go. There we go. Now we have a tree. How cool is that? So this looks a little bit kindergartenish, and I understand. But you know what? That's our journaling. Who cares? Like, it's something that just comes from your soul. But don't worry, we're going to make it more fun. You don't have to worry about that. I am going to show you what else we can do. So this is thing, and I don't even mind if it sticks out of the page. Okay. So let me glue this since I have the glue right here. And then I'm going to show you what to do, we're going to do with this. How are we going to make this look a little bit more artistic and less like a kindergarten lesson? I don't know why. I always feel art is like kindergarten, like, you know, it's cutting and pasting, especially mixed media. I find that it's like cutting and pasting. Okay, there we go. So now what do we do? Because we have this, and what are we going to do with it, right? So I don't understand another language. Somebody's talking another language. Okay. So now I want to show you something that we can do with this. First of all, before that, you can use white gesso again to kind of like, you know, blend things together. So what do I mean by that? Here's my paintbrush. Okay, so I like using gesso sometimes to just kind of blend things together. And you can hide some of the stuff that is kind of peeking out that you maybe don't want to kind of blend within the other stuff. So this gesso is a little bit more see-through, so it's not as easy to do. But if you have the thicker gesso, that would probably work as well. I don't really want to hide too much of it, but you can kind of whitewash things. What I thought is to actually add a little bit of black paint to things. What I'm thinking though first is to actually dry this. I can't deal with this all wet. But while I dry, I can look at some questions. If you have any questions or anything you want to kind of say. Now, why did I want to do a tree? That's the big question. I was trying to find a focal point, and I thought to myself, oh, I have this little owl. And I'm thinking, oh, can I have this little owl in my art journal? That was my thing. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to put the owl. It's kind of too big. And I really love this tree. So I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe I'll just leave the tree as part of the background, and that's it. That will be my focal point. But let me show you how we can make this a little bit more realistic, or maybe a little bit more fun, so you can actually see the shapes. So I went to get some black paint. Now, believe it or not, I don't know how. I don't have any black. I mean, I had a little bit of black paint, but very little bit of black paint. And what I had to go and look for is this. I actually found an old dabber from Tim Holtz or from Ranger. And I said, oh, there's black paint. I can just use it from in here. I haven't opened this, I think, in like God knows how many years. It's like hasn't been used for ages and ages and ages and ages and ages. So I thought, okay, let's use this. And what I'm thinking is that I can go around the tree, first of all, to kind of add a little bit of background to this. So not background, sorry, a little bit of like outline. So yeah. So that's what I was thinking. So if I add the outline, which is looking really ugly because I need a thinner paintbrush. Now this is what happens sometimes when you're creating. You might not always you're starting liking something, and then you're like, oh, wait a second, I don't know if I like that. Do I like that? Is it nice? Am I like creating for fun or just so? What I encourage you to do is just create because you love it. Doesn't matter what the outcome is. You might not like this, what I'm creating. It might be like not your style, but it doesn't really matter. Like the point of it is just creating because you love it. So creating because it's part of your soul, if you know what I mean, especially for us. If you love creating cards, and go sit down and create a card. Doesn't have to be an art journal page. That's what I love creating. Doesn't mean that's what you have to create. You know what I mean? So it's kind of takes away that pressure that it has to be liked by everyone. You probably guys might not like what I'm creating right now, and that's okay with me. I'm okay with that because I love creating and I love this part of the journaling. And I'm doing this to show people that it can be done even when you don't have a lot of money to spend on products. Okay. So it's okay to create just because it's there, because you have things to express from your heart and from your soul, and that's okay as well. So the black kind of, if you don't like black, you don't have to do this, but I love black. I think black kind of gives a lot of texture to things, or a lot of character, and you can extend the branches of the trees, and I can extend them this way because it doesn't, there's no like right or wrong about this. Okay, it's just a matter of expressing. Does that make sense? So I hope that makes sense to you guys. It's like, yeah. Okay, well, you're probably wondering, what are you doing with that stuff? Why are you adding this black? A lot of people get scared when I add black, but you know what? Black makes everything looks beautiful. And you know what? If you're adding things and you're saying like things that are like you're trying to do things frugally, then that's okay. Then that's what's going to happen. You're gonna end up in a point that you need to figure out how to create and how to do things in a frugal manner, if that makes sense. Okay, so I hope hi Marina. So another thing you can do is just, oops, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, maybe it is what I meant to do. Let me just, okay. So does this look ugly? Who cares? Who cares? Okay, hold on. I need to like get another paintbrush here. No, not a paintbrush, maybe like just a thing. I want to do a few splatters. Oh, Maria. So Maria, if you see Maria here, she's the one, she lives in Greece, and she's the one who basically asked me if I could do some frugal crafting, because she said that some people cannot afford products and they need to use cheap products. And she encouraged me, and the reason why I created this whole series is actually because of her. And if it makes sense. So thank you for encouraging me to do that, because yes, I can afford products, but right now, for example, my husband is not working and I'm like just, getting the earning from YouTube, and that's not, I guess, enough for us. So doing frugal crafting makes sense. This is weird. Why is this here? Okay, you see when a mistake happens, you just go with it. Okay, so I just added a little bit of water to this paint because it was very thick, because I really wanted to create some splatters. But I'm not done yet, so don't like worry. I know it looks ugly, or I think it looks, or maybe it doesn't. Does it look ugly? I don't know. You guys can say the truth. I don't care. I like it, actually. So it looks a little bit weird, but it's like, I love trees, so I don't know. It's kind of like, yeah, I like that. It's still very, it's still very, how do you call this? Kindergartenish, but that's okay. It is what it is. Okay, let me dry a little bit more. It's just way too wet for me. Okay. The black is really cool, and it just really makes it pop up. But I want to dry it a little bit. I feel like I don't know, it's too wet. Another thing you can use for these, if you don't have like strips, is to actually use washi tape. You can use strips of washi tape as well. Like that would look cool. Now the question is, do I or do I not put the owl? What do you guys think? You guys tell me, should I put the owl or should I not put the owl? Let's make a vote, guys. You guys vote whether or not I should or should not put the owl. Oh, I also have a hummingbird, but it's very big. It doesn't really like see, the glue is still wet. This is what happens with glue, gel, everything. So kind of boat, no owl. Too big. Yeah, okay, good. So you guys are on the same wavelength as me. It's too big and not okay. So not that everybody has voted or anything. Yeah, I think the owl will get lost too, but I just really wanted her to. So I thought of another idea. I spoke about this a few days ago in I don't know if you guys saw my video, my live stream about this, but please go and watch it if you haven't. It was about the magic wands that I created, or the totems, the art bundles totems, art bundles of love, where I bundled up things. This is the one I first made, and this is the second one I made. So we made this, and this is like something, a very meaningful thing that you can do, and it really like is meaningful. And I know some of you have watched that. So let me just like kind of tell you what I thought I could do with this. So instead of the owl, since this is like I was mentioning the Guatemalan like how do you call it? The Guatemalan story about how like my hair went into it and all this stuff. I put in some of those things. This is called the Guatemalan Worry People, and the story goes that there's little people inside of it, and what you do is that you put one of them underneath your pillow, and it's supposed to take your worries away. And I have a few of them left, and I thought, you know what would be so cute if they could be? No, they're getting lost there. I thought maybe if they're like in far away in the distance. Yeah, that's cute. Okay, let's put them far away in the distance of the thing. So I thought maybe we could put 4 of them, because there's 4 people in our family. Yeah, there is my husband and I, my son, and my daughter. How cute is that? So they're kind of like walking there. We're in the distance. They're looking at the tree. I don't know if that makes sense whatsoever. I just love that story. I love the different traditions that we have for like different the different traditions that exist for different how do you call this, ethnicities, and I just really love that. And yeah, I think the worry dolls, Joy saying she has some. I think the worry dolls is a great idea, especially for your kids, or for yourselves. You know what? We are on such a worrisome day and age right now that we should use the worry dolls. Now I'm going to glue them with some. Let's see if I still have some. No, I don't have any more glue gun. I'm so crying. I have to go get glue gun. Okay, so let's see. Let's glue them with just white glue. I'm so happy that everybody has it. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit. Whenever I have these lives, I talk a little bit about myself, and I don't usually talk about. This afternoon, you know how I started that personal art diary series. So there's a new one coming up today. I filmed these a long time ago, so they might not be always relevant to what's going on in the world, but you can watch it. But I wanted to share a little bit. So as I have mentioned before, both my kids are adopted. And one of them, my son, who is now turning 19 next week or 2 weeks, he's from Guatemala, so hence the worry dolls. And I spent 5 months there actually, waiting for the adoption papers to come through. And it's one of my favorite countries in the world, I have to tell you. And it's not for anything. I love where I live, and I love Canada, and I love the everything about it, but it's like it was just the people there are special. The people, and also the I don't know, there's something about it. There's something about that I just thought, you know what? Just made me feel special and made me feel the energy in the country. So I'm not surprised that these worry dolls are like part of this, because it makes me feel like good about it, or something, like I don't know how to explain it, but it just makes me feel good. Oh, I wanted to show you a really cool thing, a really cool technique. Okay. So another thing that you can do frugally, okay? Okay, let me just show you. I'm going to cut this up. So you can use packaging, you know, like things like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to stamp with it, just to show you how cool it is. So there's literally different ways you can do stamping. Now, I thought originally I was going to use black to stamp, but I'm thinking maybe I'll go with a different color now. Let's see. I wanted something a little bit brighter, okay? So I have some pink. Let's see how that works. And I'm going to put this on this. No, you know what? I'm not going to put it on the side. I'm going to add it onto directly. So I'm going to stick my paintbrush in here. I'm going to paint this on top. And I'm going to stamp with it. Okay. Whoops, that was maybe too much paint. And that's okay. Okay, let's put a little bit less paint now, because otherwise it's not coming out as nice. And that's okay if it doesn't, but I need to put some pressure here. There we go. Okay, so don't put as much paint, and you can use, and just to bring a little bit of color to this, right? Because it was a bit getting darker there with the black. So yeah. All right, let's add a little bit more of this color. And that brings it like kind of together, if you know what I mean, right? Okay, now to add another color too. I'm thinking some bright green. Why not? But you know what? I have enough of this packing paper that I can cut an extra piece, so I can don't have to use the same exact pink piece. And any type of thing works. Like you could create a texture, like I showed how to use stencil with a doily, or with this thing. This is from an avocado. I could like spray on this. So there's different ways to do stenciling or stamping, or basically anything. So it works. You know what I mean? It really, really works. Let me wash my paintbrush. Oops. All right. So what I'm saying is to like just use things that you have lying around the house and just kind of create with them. It's really, really fun to just create stuff. Okay, let me just go back. Now I'm going to use some green, okay? And so I'm going to put it more scarcely on it. Let's put some green on this. And there we go. It kind of reminds me of a very messy page, but I like messy pages. I know some people don't like the messy pages, but I don't mind the messy pages. Even if it is, who cares? Like, it's just in your art journal. It's not like you're making this to sell, right? So just experiment, have fun, kind of create with it. There we go. And you can even add some splatters with this as well. So for example, hold on, I'm going to clean my paintbrush again. Do you want to add some splatters? You can. It will give it some color, right? This actually looks like a really colorful kind of South American background. You can paint. This is paint from the dollar store, just so you know. This is all from the dollar store. Yeah, so exactly, like we save packaging, we save like cardboard. You could use cardboard packaging for even texture underneath things. So, oh, I love that. I think it needs a little bit of yellow. What do you guys think? I just love the way it's turning out, actually. And let's blend the black a little bit in. If you add a little bit more of the green or the black on the black, it kind of will blend a little bit and it will look so dark. I like that. Kind of make it look like grass or something. Okay, that's good. That's not bad, actually. I'm impressed with what I created. I really like it. I mean, as I said, not everybody has to. Gonna bring some yellow. These are all, I told you, decor. Like these are really cheap. These are $1.25 or something at the dollar store. So, oh, look at this paint. Oh my God, look at this paint blob that I just got. Oh, let's see. Can we stamp with paint blobs? No, it's not gonna work. But actually, that gave me an idea. This is another thing you can do. Okay, another way you can create textures with lids. And let me show you. I need some space. Okay, so I'm going to move this. I'm going to put some yellow here. Let me just take it out with a paint palette knife. It's stuck inside. Oh, no, this is too small. So, oh, there we go. There's the yellow. There we go. Okay. So what you can do, you see the yellow here on the corner. Another way to create texture is to like kind of dip these. You can save different lids and just add texture. So I'm showing you a million things on one video. I know it's a little bit longer than usual, but I love that. So you see what I mean? Now it's like really cool. Oops, let me see if there is texture. Sorry, Susan, you're texting me. What is the... So Susan, the Dina's live was on Facebook, but it's like she has so many. She has one every day. She has one every day. So people have to scroll down on her videos. So it's one of the second one that she did. So truthfully, you might not be able to find it, but it's okay. If not, people can just go to Facebook under Dina Wakely's. It's not in her main page, it's in her Facebook fan page. Okay, so what do you guys think of these circles? They actually added a lot of character to this. I really like that. Yeah? I love that. Oh, wow. I love this a lot. And wait, you know what we can do with these? They could be flowers. Wait a minute, let's get a different lid. Let's see if I have a smaller one. It would be cool if I had a smaller lid. Okay, let me think. I can improvise. Maybe, hold on, I have an idea. Nope, this one won't work. Let's see. I'm looking for a lid that is small. Maybe like oh yeah, here, of a pen cap. Okay, look, I'm gonna clean it after. So I got a pen cap, and I wonder if we could make little flowers on the tree. Because it's spring, at least here. And what do you guys think? Oh, I love this idea. So what I mean is that you can really basically create anything. It's just a matter of playing and finding ways to be creative. Hold on. I need to put some pressure here. Okay. I love that. So what do you guys think? You like the idea of the flowers? The leaves, flowers, I don't know, whatever we call them. I don't know, they could be anything. Could be leaves or flowers. Um, yeah, Karen, sorry, it's not on YouTube. Dina's is on Facebook. She only does Facebook, so there's no way of watching them afterwards unless you're on Facebook. She saves them, but they're all on Facebook. Now, it's looking a little bit busy now, everything, and it's kind of lost here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a small paintbrush, and what I want to do is basically kind of highlight these. I was going to make like a heart around this, but I don't know if it, let's see. I was going to make a heart around the people. The love. And I think I'm going to add a like maybe family or love or something. I'll print something out. I can't print it right now because I can't print it at the moment, but I will print it. So just kind of joining this to the tree. This could be like the tree of life. I mean, as I said, I don't even know if this heart looks nice, but I just like that it's connected, that everything is connected to life. The tree of life, I call it the tree of life. That's basically what I'm going to call it. Oops. And yeah, I mean, it's busy. Don't get me wrong. I'm like thinking this is too busy. Let's blend it a little bit. It's colorful and busy. And maybe not your style, but what I mean is make everything your style. You don't have to like make this my style. Make it your style. Do you know what I mean? Like make this something that is meaningful to you. This is meaningful to me, but doesn't mean that it's meaningful to you. And let's blend this a little bit. I find it's too busy for me. Even for me, it's too busy. No, maybe not the heart, half a heart. The heart is here, it's grounded. So this is reaching up to the sky, and the heart is basically grounded here, grounding us, grounding our emotions, grounding our love, but blending everything together. Does that make sense? So it is colorful. It is this. It is what it is. And I just love it. You can also make marks if you want. I keep on like saying it's like really nice to just make marks. So, I mean, anything goes. Like I just keep on playing, and then truthfully, the hour has passed. And are you guys bored of me already? Do you guys want to see anything else? I don't mind staying and showing you anything else. Is there something else you want me to show you? I don't mind showing you anything else. What I like about this is that I'm combining the strips that already have lots of different paint and with the new paint, and it kind of makes it all renewed and all beautiful. If that makes sense, right? So it's almost like painting on top. And I still have so many strips left. I didn't even finish that. So let me know if you want to see something else. I'm kind of done with this, but yeah, colorful and busy, just like life, I guess. That's exactly what it is, but it doesn't have to be as busy. I could have stopped a long time ago. I was just kind of playing around with this. I love as I said, I love experimenting. So it's not as pretty as other things. I want to show you what I'm going to be creating tomorrow. Do you guys want to see that? I want to show you. I think I showed it last time, but I'll show it to you today as well. Let me find it. It's a little bit more concrete than this one, not as busy, okay? So this is what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I have some really cool techniques with this. So come and join me and see. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to add to this. I don't even know. Oh, I think actually one more thing, actually, wait. Okay, I'm going to take a Sharpie marker and okay, hold on. I'm going to like kind of, you can also doodle things. Oops, the paint is still wet. Don't use paint markers when paint is wet. That is not a good idea. Maybe, hold on. Oh, you know what? Okay, just for the sake of it, because I can't, I'm going to use my Stabilo marker just because I have it on hand. It's like basically a black pen that marks on anything, but I just want to kind of go and mark on this. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay. Just because I have nothing to use and I wanted to get it. You could use a marker, but the problem is that I don't have Oh, you want me to flip through my art journal? Okay, sure. I will flip through my art journal. That sounds good. Yeah, I will do that. Okay, sounds good. Not through this one. This one only has 2 things. I haven't really worked through this one, but I can show you some of my other art journals. So I'll show you the main one. Okay, first of all, let me finish this and just show you. This is basically the finished project. Except for like this. I really love this. I'm going to add like a title or something to this. I could even like use the back strip of something. I mean, let me see. No, I could use the back and just write something. And you know, you don't have to like only family tree. That would be cute. Family tree would be a nice thing to write. Okay, so maybe I'll do that soon. But let me see. Let me close everything here, and I will show you. I will flip through one of my journals. I'm going to show it in a few weeks again because I did the front cover for the journal, but basically I won't show you the front cover, but I will show you the other ones and flip through the other ones. Okay, so if that makes sense. So what do you guys think? So this is the finished journal. It's very, very busy, I know, but you know what? This is what you do when you have nothing to use and you were just using Frugal stuff. I really love how this turned out, actually. It's really, really cute. And I mean, obviously, you don't have to add all these extra things. I was just showing you techniques, and this is what happens. Up, it says title up left and above the heart. Like here, you mean? Up left. Left is this way. Here. Is this what you mean, Sonia? Yeah, I guess I could do it here. Anyways, I thought to put it underneath like this, like to put family tree and to kind of like, okay, let me do that because I feel like it's not finished until I actually do it. So let's just write family tree love. There we go. Family tree love. There we go. Just with my own handwriting. Let me cut the edges and then I'm going to show you the flip through. Why not? We might as well like do this. So let me glue this. So I have a thing where I do leave some empty space here. I always find like the title needs to be balanced. So why am I putting it here? A lot of people like putting things away from, this is something to do with composition. If I put the title here, what is going to happen is that your eyes are going to go straight directly into this title and not see the rest of the focal points. The reason if you put it here, and I'm going to show you, and I want you to kind of close your eyes for a second, and I'm going to place it here. And then I want you to open your eyes and tell me what's the first thing you see. Do you see the tree or do you go straight to that family tree love title? Okay. If you're seeing the family tree love title first, that means that the composition is not balanced. And what I want people to see is the tree, sorry, the tree and the people. That's the most important thing. The title is secondary. So if I put it underneath here, okay, our brains are set to read things first. So if I put this here, that means that your brain is going to go, I mean, your brain, if you close your eyes and open them again, your brain is going to go directly onto this. Do you understand that? That makes sense. Now, I had another idea while I was putting these. What I'm thinking, okay, what if I write different words? That would be really cool. So this is what happens when I create. I mean, this is live, so it's much different than when I'm doing it myself because I can correct things. But I thought, you know what if I write different words? So for example, a health, which is one of the most important ones that I want to wish people. Love, I already wrote. Happiness. Peace. What other words? Some other words that are like, yeah, joy. I know composition is something really hard to understand. And me and Tiffany have this plan where we're going to be doing a series of videos just on composition. We had the plan to do it in April, but that's probably not going to happen because of everything that's going on in the world. So it's really, I know it's really important. And a lot of people want to, a lot of people basically are asking us for that. And we're going to work on it. It's just right now, it's not like in the cards. But that's the point. The point is that composition, that this is the exercise I do when I teach in classes, is that I make everybody close their eyes and then tell me what's the first thing that you see. And if you do see uh, something that is kind of sticking out here, this is why I say don't put things away from composition. Sorry, don't put things away from focal points. Always put them closer to focal points. And that's really, really important, okay? Because that way that's way, for example, in cards or in scrapbooking, I tend to use flowers. So for flowers, you want to put the biggest ones closest to the picture, okay? So that makes a difference. Let's see, joy. Okay, tell me some more words, and I'll show you what I want to do with these. Now that this gave me the idea, I actually really like the way it's coming out. So I want to kind of cut these and add them all over, kind of messages to myself and to this journal. Okay, so let's see. If you think of any other words that I'm trying to think of words, but because I'm talking, I have a hard time kind of, I have a hard time thinking and talking at the same time. It's multitasking, right? You could also, laughter, that's nice. You can also put some on the tree. You could put some on the tree. I like that. I need some more words. Oh, kind. Yeah, kind is a good one. Thank you. Overcome. Yeah, that's a good one too. All right. Yeah, okay. So let's do it. Let's put joy here. Let's pick some other words. And then I'll show you the flip through. This is how it works in my brain. Like I think of something and then I'm like, oh, I have a good idea. Let me do that. Kind. You know what? Let me cut this love. The love shouldn't be family tree. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to put family tree like this and then cut the love and put it somewhere else. Where's my scissors? Oh, there it is. The love could be, and it's one of the words because love is a really important one. Oh, I know which ones, people. This is a really important one. And acceptance. Oh, I like that. Strength. Okay, let's go do that. Strength. Strength. Oh, I can spell. strength, acceptance. What else? Bottom of the heart. What? Sorry, I'm reading what it say. Resilience. Yeah, resilience. Oriana, resilience is resilience. Yeah, it's the same. Fun. I like that. Actually, fun is fun and friends. Okay, I'm trying to read everything that's a friendship. Oh, grateful. Oh my God. Yes, 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 yes. Accept great. Okay, hold on. Thankful and great. So fun is a good one. Okay, I don't want to. Now I'm going to be adding like 1,000 words here. Let's see. Kind is good. Hold on. I think gratefulness is good. A really important one. Grateful. Friendship. Yeah. Okay. So grateful. Grateful. And thankful is one. Thankful. Well, okay. This was good. And it was a project with everyone, right? So everybody is basically has just given me the words. So I feel like your words are in my project as well. Okay, hold on. Friendship is a good one, but I'll just have to run out of, I'm running now out of space. Hold on. Okay, so let's glue these. I really like this with the words. So important. I find words are so important. Words make a difference in the world, okay? Words have such power, and the words that we use really make a difference on how we see the world every day, if you know what I mean, okay? So it's really important to just use words that are kind to others. I really, really find that important. I want to put friendship as well. I will. Kind, grateful, and thankful. I need to put this in. Patience. I like that. Create. So I thought of that, art and create, but so I was going to put that, but that would be more of like a personal page. That would be art and create. I wanted to put that in here, but I'm thinking this is like more like a family, like what I wish for me and my family and for the world. And I mean, art is part of it, but it's not, I don't know if it's like, it's what, oh, okay. Maybe I should use grateful. This is like coming off. Hold on. Let me use a different paper for this one, just because I think it's that glossy paper from Dina Wakley stuff. So that's why it's like, oh, this green is nice. The thankful and the grateful are kind of coming apart. So let me just write them again. So thankful is also, oh, this is coming apart too. I need something that it will not do that. Okay, there we go. I need it on paint. Thankful. Is thankful with one L? Yeah, I think so. Grateful. Okay, there we go. Now, so let me glue these. Oh, and friendship, I said, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, I have too many words. It's like too many. Friendship. Ship. Oops, no. Ah, that's silly. Okay, I just screwed up friendship. Not screwed up, but you know what I mean. Together. Oh my God, there's so many good words. Together. I like that. Together. And friend. Let's just do friend. Okay, that's it, because I don't have, okay, I don't have no more space. Now it's becoming super busy. But I'm going to show you like another way so it doesn't look like it's so busy everywhere. Let me just show you what I mean. That's called community abundance. Okay, so I encourage you, let's start with this now. You guys should be putting these words in your things, in your journals. I don't have any room anymore for, don't have space anymore for anything. Community abundance, this is like something that you're right needs to be put on, but I just don't have space for it anymore. Sorry. Okay, this kind is kind of moving. Let me I'm, 'cause, 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 ' Okay, so now the only thing is together is nice here. I'm looking for grateful. Grateful should be, did I put thankful already? Where did it go? I don't know where thankful went. Is it here on the page somewhere? And I just don't see it. Strength, happening, there's friend. Oh, thankful, I did put it on. Okay, I didn't remember. So grateful should be like at the root of the tree. And then, oh, this is really cool. So my tree, you're right. My tree is bountiful. I love that. Family tree. Friend. Let me put the friend over here. There we go. Wow, this is really, really cool. This is really, really, I'm really like impressed with it. Reflect, create, patience. All these words we should really, really, really accept. And it's just, yeah, it's exactly that. Now, what you can do is, if you really want these words to kind of stand out, is to highlight them with black. And I'm looking for, I don't know where my, okay, I keep on losing things. This is the problem. Okay, I'm going to take my pen. So I could wait. I mean, I should wait until everything is dry to kind of show you this, but I'm just going to show you. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of highlighting them, okay? And what that's going to help is kind of make them stand out, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? So you can use a marker when it's dry. I'm just using this because it's wet. Okay, so it's really making them stand out, which is really important because now the art journal has a completely different meaning. Now it has to do with meaningful, more meaningful than ever. It's exactly right, Noneka. It's more meaningful than ever, and it was all done with inexpensive materials, just to show you that art doesn't have to be expensive. Art just has to come from the soul. And this was almost like a communal effort from all of you that came today to see it. And I really appreciate it. I know it's been like an hour and a half, and I appreciate you guys staying with me here. And I didn't think this would take that long. Usually, as I said, it takes less time, but when you're doing both the thinking and the designing and everything, this is what happens, okay? Things take longer. This is how long it takes to think of stuff, okay? And I'm sure, like, people always ask me, well, how long did that take you to do? Because my journals are usually very, like, you know, are shortened and edited. But this is how long it takes me. I mean, I had some ideas, but most of the stuff came up like when I was doing this, you know? So, so as I was creating, I was doing this. So you see, now the words are really, really standing out, and it's just really, I don't know. It's just, this is bringing me so much joy and meaningfulness. I can't even tell you. Like, I can't believe it. Like, I can't believe what happened. Like, from something that I thought was okay, to become something that has so much meaning. Oh, one really important word. To become something that has so much meaning and so much happiness. And this is it. Okay. So thank you so much. Now, let me just, you guys wanted me to go through my other journal, so I'm going to show you. So if you need to see some of this, I mean, this is, as I said, a really long video, but I hope you guys really enjoyed this. And let me just show you some of the flip through. Okay. So I'm going to start with my first page. All of these have videos that I've done. Be brave. Actually, this is a perfect one. It says, excuse me. This is one of my favorite pages. I don't usually use a lot of red in my journals, but I do feel that sometimes the red is something like that I use. If you have not followed me on Instagram, or if you want to join my Facebook page, my Facebook group, Susan, can you please put my Instagram at Karen_Tamir_art and my Facebook page so people can join and share your projects? If anything from today's video inspired you, Please share it with me. Tag me on social media so I can see it because I always share your projects. Please follow me. It's really, really important. Otherwise, I don't know what you're doing. Like I can't see the stuff that you're doing. So sorry. Okay, so this is the first one. Then I have this one. So I guess I was in my red phase in some of these, and the reason why I find the color really, really helps me ground it. So I actually spoke about colors the other day, and I found that when I use earthy tones like yellows, reds, browns, oranges, I find that those actually ground me. So I found out something about color and I spoke about it on Instagram the other day. So you can go look at that. And what I was saying is that um, the difference between why I love certain colors, I always gravitate towards turquoise colors and colors that are like this, like greens and turquoise. However, many times I go into reds and I was trying to figure out why is that the case. And what I came up with, and sorry, I just want to point out, these are my foam stamps. I don't know if you've seen them. You can watch this journal on a different video that I have. So I have some foam stamps with joggles, and I really love how I created, and there's some more coming out. Um, so I hope that you can, like, if you created anything with them or if you have them, please tag me so I can see it. But going back to the colors, so I found that whenever I use lots of colors like purples, pinks, blues, greens, it's kind of like my soul or my heart wants to fly, wants to soar up in the sky. But whenever I use reds and greens and oranges, um, it's basically it's like my heart or my soul wants to be grounded. And I found that I almost like a tree. I find myself almost like a tree, that I'm also grounded and also wanting to fly. It's both at all times. At all the time, I find that I'm both the tree, that I'm both the ground and the branches. And it's very, very hard to understand why I want to do both. This is one of my favorite pages. And the thing is with this one is that I really love the blues and greens. And this is the point. Turquoise is one of my favorite colors because I always want to fly, even though this is underground water. But the point of it is that even though I want to fly, many, many times I'm so out there that I want to go back into the ground and just ground myself, if that makes sense. Okay, so this is the point. This is also my stamp, and this is another journal that I recently did with the Seth Apter textures. So that's really cool. The texture is really divine in this one, and I put some embossing big texture on it. There's lots of techniques on this one as well. This is an old one, kind of tropical stuff. I just love, like, as I said, I love greens. This is like a napkin I used underneath here to make this flowers, and then some stencils. I love this one as well. This is with the Distress Oxide inks. So yeah, hi David. So there is that. This is another one of my favorite ones. I just love the texture of this one. And again, the same of some of my favorite colors. I really, really love how this turned out many years ago. I think it was a couple of years ago. I don't know. This is the one I'm doing tomorrow. Like I told you, come and join me. It's really, really cool. There's some really amazing not a new product, but something that I'm going to show you how to use. It is not going to be a frugal, and it's all ready to go. I just wanted to show you some more stuff. This is another one of my favorites ones. So if you can see, like, there's a lot of blues and greens because in this case, I just wanted to soar. Like, obviously the butterflies are a show of it. But I told you that I use a lot of greens and, I mean, a lot of reds and blues and browns whenever I want to be grounded, except for the one that I made today that it's basically every single color is in them. So you can go watch any of these on my YouTube channel. Here's a purple page. You can see that I love a lot of butterflies. I tend to use them a lot in my pages. So that's basically it. And this is the last page. And it's like an underwater thing. And this is with the gloss sprays from Dina, which I recently did. So you can do that as well. Watch it as well. Now, I cannot show you the front and back cover because I'm actually going to release a video soon about that. So yeah, so basically this is it. Let me just go back here with my journal. I just love this journal, and I can't believe that how it turned out. I really turned out really better than I ever expected. And thank you so much for staying with me and joining me today. And please like and subscribe to my channel. I know most of you do already, and I'm really, really appreciated and appreciative, I mean to say. And I wish all these words to all of you and all the ones that you mentioned, that everybody will be healthy and happy and strong and feel at peace, and just be kind to one another, stay together apart, but stay together, stay communicate with people through online. Please feel free to message me. There is, like, stay together with, I mean, stay in touch with your friends, with your family, even if it's by phone or by FaceTime or by Messenger or WhatsApp, whatever it is. And most of all, just love each other, love yourself, and be kind to yourself, and go and create art, have fun and create art. That's basically the most important thing, is to just create art from your soul. Doesn't matter how it turns out, just do it. And you see, like, I just continued and continued working with this until it actually came out the way that I was happy with the results. So thank you so much, everyone. Where's my phone? I love you guys. I love everyone. And thank you for um, just staying connected and staying here for an hour and a half, oh, almost an hour and 40 minutes. I really appreciate it. Lots of love to everyone, and have an amazing day. Bye. Oh, and come tomorrow. Sorry, before I say bye, come tomorrow to our live stream at A World of Heart, starting with Tiffany at 8 a.m. Pacific time. And then I am on at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Sorry, 12 p.m. Pacific time, which is 3 p.m. Eastern time. So come join me. And Monday, I'm hoping to do another live. I think Luneka might be doing one as well. So come join her channel as well. Go subscribe and join me as well on my channel on Monday, unless I do some impromptu thing before that. So thank you so much, everyone. Love you guys. Let's yeah, there it is. Love you guys. Bye.